Welcome to REX Mentor Orientation. My name's Jacqueline, and I am one of the Science Co-Branch Coordinators. REX is run by Undergraduate Research Opportunities, URO for short. Our executive team are undergraduates from Science, Pharmacy, Arts, and AppSci. The things we do at URO include REX, this is our fourth year running this, helping out with MERC, the largest undergraduate research conference in BC, as well as holding office hours for our members. I would like to take this time to thank all of you for registering as a REX mentor. We hope that you have a great experience with us, and don't hesitate to contact us if there are any questions or concerns. Benefits of being a mentor include the mentoring and communication experience, finding dedicated undergraduates, perhaps for the summer, and inspiring them about your research field. There will be a free professional development workshop about being an effective mentor on October 16th at 6 p.m. This is hosted by UBC's Center for Student Involvement and Careers. Please RVSP if you are interested. I'll be sending out the RVSP link shortly. The purpose of REX is to provide the undergraduates a glimpse into your research field, the experience of designing a research project, and their presentation skills. The project goal of REX is to design and present a poster project proposal to a general audience at MERC. MERC, Multidisciplinary Undergraduate Research Conference, is the largest undergraduate research conference in BC, hosted by UBC, and this year it will be held on March 21st, 2015. Now, how do I get my group to this huge research conference? Your responsibilities as a mentor is to establish initial contact with your mentees, spend 3 to 4 hours each month to meet with your group. In person is preferred, but Skype is fine. If there are any questions or concerns, feel free to contact us by our mentor help form, accessible from our website, or email us at uro.ubc@gmail.com. Scenarios we have encountered before include a student has stopped talking to me, one of my students dropped out, or even someone started crying. Like we said, please contact us if you feel the need to. We don't mind. We are here to help you. Unfortunately, sometimes students just stop talking to their mentors because they had a midterm, then they were busy, and then now they're too shy or embarrassed to even email you. Don't worry. If that happens, just let us know. We'll find them, we'll talk to them, and they'll probably come back. Notice I said probably. Some of our students will drop out. Since our program is designed for students to get a taste of research and see if they like it, not everyone will like research, and that's okay. If they do drop out, just let us know. No big deal. You're not a bad mentor, just research isn't for everybody. So in October, we will be holding an application process for the undergraduates. The goal for this is for you to find undergraduates interested in your research. How do we go about this? By having both the mentors and the mentees choose each other. First, we ask that all mentors submit a small blurb about your research by October 14th. Simply email this to us in the body of your email. If possible, provide your lab webpage link and 2 citations for further background reading. The purpose of this is for the undergraduates to get a sense of what your research is about. We ask that you include any special circumstances, such as you're only available for consultation via Skype, you already have a specific project in mind, or you'll be providing experimental components. When we say have a specific project in mind and an experimental component, we are typically referring to the math and physics research, where making up a meaningful research question is practically impossible for first and second years. After the undergraduates submit their application, the mentors will each receive 1 document containing all the response from the students who are interested in your research. The only thing you will get is their answer to what interests you about this mentor's research. You won't get their GPA or their year or their previous experience, just their name and response. This allows for no discrimination based on anything, just their passion, their interest in your research. And you will be evaluating on their ability to understand your research. We have asked each student to tailor the answer to your specific field and to you. So who are these people who want to work with you? Well, they are all UBC students. They're typically first and second years, but occasionally you get those desperate seniors as well. Typically, one thing they have in common is that they're interested in research, or they want to see what research is about, but they're pretty lost. Remember the time you first got into research? You felt like there was so much more information out there, and you couldn't possibly understand what is going on, and the one thing you wanted was just to grab onto someone and just follow them like a lost puppy, or at least listen to every single word they say and write it down and commit it to memory. Yeah, that's probably your average mentee, at least at the very beginning. From our previous experience, we found that undergrads are easily swayed by keywords they recognize, like cancer or global warming. While all your research is extremely interesting and awesome, some mentors may not have a lot of applicants simply due to the curse of this thing called the normal distribution. And this is completely random. We don't know why some mentors get so many more applicants. We believe it might even depend on how far they scroll down our page. That being said, some mentors will be put in a second round for undergraduates to choose from. We have found that these second round students are not worse than the first round. Often they're even better because they're willing to go through the second application process. That being said, we have over 700 or 800 undergraduates that have said they're interested in participating in this program, while there's only about 170 of you. So most likely, everyone will get a group. Once you have found your group, you need to decide who will determine this research question. Will the students determine the research question, or will the mentor determine the research question and the students have to find the answer or solve the answer? For the more experimental fields, the default will be the students determine the research question. So that includes any of the life sciences or medicine, pharmacy. But for the second one, it is typically for the research fields where advanced theories must be known to determine meaningful questions, so like quantum physics. These students will be expected to obtain the results and solve the question instead. For the students determining research question path, the students will design their experiment based on the primary research of the mentor's field. The mentor's role is to help the students narrow down that question and making sure that the question is interesting, ethically, and logistically feasible. While for the mentor determining research question path, the students will have to research the methods to understand and solve that question, and solve that research question, and then explain to the general public why is that question important and how it relates to that research field. The mentor's role is to determine a research question based on the group's ability. And this question should be challenging and hopefully highlights key aspects of their field. So, what is a good research question? Hopefully, we don't have to explain that, except we wanted to mention that even though this is a theoretical project, we want to make sure it's still logistically and ethically feasible. Since this is most students' first research project, we find that simplicity is often a REX student's best friend. What I mean by simple are the projects often done by the co-op students, the summer students, or the undergraduate honors students. Examples of research questions include bounds on Rubik's cubes and mirror cubes configurations, hydroelectric dams and how to make them a true green source of energy, and the effectiveness of dabigatran in treating Alzheimer's disease. Taking a closer look at a past REX participant, Harani's winning poster, who was helped by her mentor, Tom Chen. Oh, and don't worry, all Merck presenters' posters will be printed by Merck organizers for free. For the background and rationale, it's like any other poster. Encourage your mentees to keep track of their literature research. Show them what you wish you did. For the hypothesis, like we mentioned before, the more complicated the research question, the more work it is for the undergraduates, but probably not the mentors. For the methods, feel free to go into a lot more detail than what you would normally do. We want the undergraduates to design the methods as if they were going to do it themselves. Help them take into account the limitations of that method. When you meet with your mentees, discuss the other methods available and the advantages or disadvantages of each one. For the anticipated results section, we have told all our mentees that there is no wet lab experience. In fact, we told them that you are not obligated to let them within 30 meters of your lab if you don't want them there. So all of their anticipated results will be based on their literature research. Or if you're really nice and you feel comfortable, or if it's applicable, feel free to give some of your data to your mentees. That being said, if the mentors want to take their group into their lab, feel free to do so. The abstract submission deadline to Merck is February 13th. This abstract should be accessible to the general public, so define DNA transcription, but not DNA. There will be an abstract writing workshop for the undergraduates in January. We'll announce details closer to the date. For more examples of posters, here are 2 links. Our take-home messages from this presentation is submit your mentor bios, include any special circumstances. The deadline for this is October 14th. Simply email this to us with the subject being mentor profile and then your first name and last name. REX equals research experience. Your mentees will know almost nothing, and don't worry if some unusual circumstances pop up. They do, just contact us by the mentor help form, accessible via our website, or email us and we'll help you sort everything out. Thank you. Any questions? How many projects per group? Typically, we suggest 1 project, so 1 poster per group, to keep the workload on the mentors to a minimum. However, this is up to your discretion. My group doesn't respond when I contact them. Besides trying to contact them again, let us know and we'll help you find them. Can I mentor a field that is not my current research or my current field? Yes, as long as you feel comfortable mentoring, go ahead. What happens if my schedule changes and I can't mentor anymore? Don't worry, we understand that research is unpredictable. Just let us know and we will work to find a solution, even if that means one of our execs will become a co-mentor with you. But do your best to not let it get to that point. Do some mentors not get chosen? Well, almost all our mentors will get chosen by the 2nd round. There's only been 1 exception to this case. And no, we will not tell you who it was or what field they are. No distinguishing facts about this. But this was extremely rare. Out of 300 mentors, this is 1. What happens if my research encompasses 2 different fields, so like arts and science? Do I target my mentor profile to the science kids or the more arts-based kids? Well, we have students registered in REX from all faculties. So portray your research how you feel like it is. And I'm sure there's going to be some undergraduates that will be interested in your research, either from the Faculty of Science or the Faculty of Arts, or even engineers who want to switch into science. I'm not from science, AppSci, or arts. What list should I put my mentor profile on? Well, we are asking all mentors to self-identify which list they prefer to be put on. For research fields that cross multiple disciplines, feel free to select 2. If you have any further questions or comments or suggestions, feel free to email us. And thank you for listening to this presentation.